Oops, gotta turn on the comments. Hello, sugar. Okie dokie. Oh, look who's here.
When you get a minute, come in. I need something done for me. It doesn't have to be done right away.
It's gonna have to be a little while. I'm doing readings right now.
Well, I said I didn't have to come right away.
Alright. Okay, sugar. Austin would rather have chocolate than talk about twins. You could always be the stand stiller. Or not. That's the chariot. I think it means you're supposed to move. And look, it's Queen. It's like a mini TL. We got Alsun here too. I guess start preparing to move. Or there will be movement. Yes, you get a big chocolate cup full of more chocolate. The world card. So far, so good. Queen, I'll have to tell you later what I got this afternoon. It was not chocolate. Even better than chocolate. Oh, there's several things better than chocolate. Yes, all those things suck. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Queen. That's not what I'm looking for. So yeah, you're trying to get money together to facilitate the move. And you will. You will. Let me tell you what. Burning red pepper and cayenne is burning my fucking eyes. And the wind isn't even heading this direction. Roller coaster ride, yep. Sun card. Gee, I wonder why you should relocate. Queen of Wands. Be your fiery self. And be happy and shit. Same here. Oh my god, yeah. It's like every day since Venus went retrograde, I'm like, oh my god, can we not? But yeah, I mean, no, actually it's in my third house. Jeez, Queen. Yesterday, not yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't know, it was either yesterday or the day before. I was knocked out of sleep by him. We were having a shared dream. I mean, it was like bizarre, but he was with me, and all of a sudden he shoved me back in my body. He said, "Time to get up." I'm like, well, that was abrupt. And, you know, so much for my days off. Yeah, I've been questioning the wisdom of moving up here, but it was necessary at the time. And I do love my job. I don't want to leave these guys, but if my favorites die, I guess, you know, I won't be so attached to the place. You already were crazy, darling. In a good way. Okay, well, I think that's it. King of Coins. He's focusing on money. Which, you know, I'm sure he is. So, yeah. But I'm sure there's a reason for it now. Not just selfish greed, whatever. Wanting to change his situation, too. So, yay for that. I think it's just like, you know, do what you need to do. And it'll be fine. Who else has a question? Amateur porn. No. Why you got the Page of Cups? Okay. Mostly joking, kinda. Okay, Queen. High Priestess. Use your intuition to figure it out. Ten of Cups. So it's about that. obviously. And the Emperor. Ooh. So is there Aries in his chart? Huh. Well, that's what it's about. And you also got the Chariot. So there's some movement. Instead of just a message, there's movement. Oh, the narcissist thing. I've got a candle burning all fun. Um, I just recorded me lighting it and it flaring up and then it's just burning like normal now. That's Venus retrograde for you. Yeah, that's the idea. Sherry, Amanda is next. Let me scroll up and look. Okie dokie. Now I'm gonna read for Amanda, and then and then Ree. Unless Allsun needs something. But Amanda first. I'll just give you some chocolate, Allsun. That'll fix everything. Alright, let's see what the cards have to say for Amanda. Oh, I hope she's alright. Ooh, my. That was completely unnecessary to go on the ground, but okay. Cards are being a little melodramatic. So, for Amanda, I got these two came out together. Seven of Swords. Probably can't even see it. And Eight of Cups. So, following in Missy from Saltwater Tarot. Eight of Cups, that ass. Like, get rid of whoever is causing problems. Or whatever is causing problems. It might seem like you're sacrificing something, but it'll be worth doing that for you. Let's see what else. Lover's card. So either you're getting rid of one, or in getting rid of this one, you will be able to welcome in someone who actually is a good lover. Oh. Cool. You'll have to tell me later, Queen. But yeah, whoever this is causing you major issues. But yeah, Amanda, I'm thinking whoever this is, especially if it's an ex and retrograde brought them back, get rid of them. And also Hermit card. And spend this retrograde going within, analyzing yourself, recognizing the part you played in failed relationships, because it's never one-sided. Even if you're with a narcissist or something, you're still choosing to deal with it, you know? Up until a point. So, nothing is ever one-sided completely. You have to analyze the lessons that you were supposed to learn. Yep. Always pick yourself. If someone is not promoting growth and happiness and learning and improvement within you, then it's not healthy. There should always be some sort of positive movement. Even stagnation is a negative thing, especially within relationships, because that's not the purpose of them. Death card, and I'm not sensing it's a Scorpio, but you know, it is Venus and Scorpio, so put this thing to rest permanently. And once you do, you'll get what you wish for. Nine of Cups. But to get the good stuff in your life, you have to make room for it. So get rid of this person who is toxic and causing you problems. Because if you don't, you're just delaying your own happiness. And yes, eat chocolate. As All Sun says, eat chocolate. Some of these got reversed somehow. Not reversed, but flipped around. So I'm fixing them. Because apparently I can't shuffle tonight. We had gossip session 1 and 2. When I was trying to set things up, I'm like, don't need that kind of interruption and interference. Everything's better with chocolate. Except for maybe onions. You can fix everything with either duct tape, WD-40, or chocolate. And I have to make a meme with that. Like, if it moves, it's not supposed to duct tape. If it doesn't move and it's supposed to, WD-40. For everything else, there's chocolate. And you could probably combine the three of them for something else that's more fun. Although I really wouldn't suggest a WD-40 on your body. More like the bed springs. Alright, Ree, are you still here? Okie dokie, what's your question, hon? Oh my. One of those situations. I question that myself with mine. I have a lot of doubts in the beginning. Mostly because of wounds from past experiences and insecurities and fears. That's always fun, and that will come up repeatedly, I think. If it's a situation like mine and Sugar's. Page of Cups. So, a positive emotional message. But the person may not be entirely emotionally mature yet. Not that that's a bad thing, because we are all maturing, unless we're a narcissist. um, yeah, I have to make digs, because I'm still burning that candle. I want to make sure to keep sending energy towards that as well. Spreading myself too thin tonight? No. But we all grow and evolve in many ways, so it's not necessarily a negative thing. And the moon on the card is sticking out to me, so I'm guessing either something happened on the full moon already, or in 2 weeks, approximately. Yeah, 2 weeks, because it is new moon. 2 weeks, you'll see this message. Maybe in person, maybe not. Not sure. I'll keep going. Find out. Two weeks from now is the full moon. I'm not sure what sign it's going to be in. The opposite Libra? Pisces? I don't know. I really should follow the moon cycle better. I'm a terrible, terrible witch. Terrible. So, let's see what else for Ree and your situation. Knight of Coins. He may be an earth sign. The Knight of Coins is kind of, you're welcome, Amanda. Knight of Coins is kind of the more patient, slow-moving, of the knights. Kind of looks like he's just kind of chilling. Amanda, oh my. Scorpios. There's good Scorpios and there's bad Scorpios, like with every sign. Yep, Phantom, as soon as I finish up with Ree. The good news, Amanda, is Scorpios, if they are determined to evolve, they can evolve faster than any other sign, I think. Just because they have that Phoenix Rising, they can get over pretty much any obstacle. However, they basically told you cut him out. So he may not be at a point of evolving yet. Who knows? He may need a wake-up call in order to do so. But your advice is to go within and, cut him out. So, anyways, back to Ree. Knight of Coins. Possible earth sign there. Virgo, maybe? Not sure. Let's see what else they say. High Priestess. Huh. Awesome. So, High Priestess, your intuition is correct in this situation. So, whatever you're thinking, you're right about it. And instead of worrying about the fears and insecurities you have, you gotta go with your intuition. You know how to tell the difference between ego and intuition. Your ego's pretty loud. Intuition's kind of quiet. And intuition's not going to be fear-based. If there's something that sounds like it could be, well, gut feeling. See if I can get a time frame or a confirmation of anything in person. Seven of Coins. So, right now he's working on himself, trying to build up resources. So, I wouldn't worry about, that interfering. Stability is necessary. And you don't want someone unstable. You want someone who's at least working on becoming stable. Because you don't want a project. You want a partner to a project. Not taking the rest of those. Four of Wands. So, yes, you will meet him in the future. In the other tarot decks, that's marriage card. So, it looks good for the future. And if he's building stability, that's a good sign. You really can't marry someone that's just an online friend. Hi, Primary. See what else I can get for Yuri. But I think that's probably the outcome, except for 2 of coins. Yeah. Gotta balance some things out, and then you'll be able to move into that energy. So it sounds like it's a good outcome for y'all. Welcome back, sugar. Alrighty, let's see. Who's next? Alright, Phantom, what is your question? Holy crap, I got 7 people in here. I think that's better turnout than last time. You are very welcome, Ree, and good luck with that. Just be patient. Your immediate future. Venus retrograde's gonna kick your ass because it's kicking everybody's ass. No. It seems like it's being really rough to a lot of people. Although some people are, having an easier ride. It just depends on where it's falling in your chart, I think. And that affects that house. Or Scorpio placements and all that. So, immediate future for you. I guess the next month and a half, 2 months we'll go with, because yeah. That's good that you have a positive attitude. That helps so much. Although it's not easy to maintain that, but at least you're trying, right? Ooh, 8 people. We have Ace of Coins. New job? Or a new position at the job you already have that you've been trying for? Something that will bring you stability. But it's just the beginning. Yeah, if it's a new job you're being offered, go for it. Queen of coins. Maybe management position, or it'll help you get the stability you're seeking. Financial. Very, very good. And anyone's curious, I'm using Dragon Tarot, and their symbolism is a little bit different. It's not traditional symbols. And sometimes they change the meaning. Knight of Swords. Um, you'll be getting a message about that job. Probably fairly quickly. And from a guy, but I don't think he's an air sign. Maybe is it the hiring manager? Two of Swords. You'll have to make a decision now. So he will probably offer you two different positions. Weigh the options carefully. Go with the one that you're most drawn to, not necessarily the one that will pay the most money, but the one you think will fulfill you the most. I'm sensing something else about this person offering you the job. I don't want to say ulterior motives, because that sounds bad, but I don't think it's a purely business offer. I don't know if it's a friend of yours or just someone you've just met, but they really, really want to help you out. Like, it's a good ulterior motive. So I think you can really count on that person. Ace of Swords. So, there might be some attraction on their part. I don't know if it's mutual, but there's the reason behind that. I don't sense anything negative about it, but being that it's Venus retrograde, be careful about that part of it. Like, focus on the job part. Don't let the attraction get out of hand, especially if they're your superior. Do not mess with that stuff, because even if it's mutual and everything's great, you're gonna have jealous coworkers and all that. You gotta be real careful with that, because people get petty and jealous in a heartbeat when it comes to work. Bad twin. Ooh. Interesting. Normally I don't get that many cards all at once. We got 8 of Wands and 7 of Cups together, stuck together, so that's interesting. Oh, so that's just quicker. Yeah, priorities, because it could get out of hand. If you do not get your priorities straight, it'll get out of hand. But definitely take the new job, decide whichever job you would rather have, you know, whatever you feel is going to help you really grow and learn as a person and fulfills your purpose here. And that's pretty much the advice for you. And behave in those business meetings. Or try to. Alright, who else wants a reading? You're very welcome, hon. Oh, thank you. I'll be back on, like, after I do readings and take a short break, like, you know, just to recenter myself. Okay, cool. Love reading. After I do the readings here, I'm going to do a new video for a new moon ritual. I'll be burning some candles. So I'm going to kind of leave the intent open since I already did banishing and binding narcissists during the last sliver of that old moon. That's still burning. Hopefully it burns itself out by the time I gotta do the new moon ritual, because I only have one burner. I really need to get another one. Unless I can find some candlesticks that I can use. Because I got a bunch of different candles I can use. I have to cleanse, stress, whatever. Okay, so, love reading. I need a drink. Might do one or two more, and then start working on the other thing. Yeah, I'm kind of working on building up, like, well, that was interesting. Let's just throw cards on the floor. Working on building up my supplies. Since I moved up here, I didn't get to bring anything with me that I had before. But Walmart is amazing for finding some witchy stuff, especially right now. But they got essential oils and candles. And herbs, of course. We're gonna throw those back in and start over again. I wasn't focusing. So, love reading. Love readings during Venus retrograde. Oh, how's she treating you? She's kind of brutal this time. I forget what she retrograded in last time, but I really was misled by some things last Venus retrograde. Learned my lesson. Like, don't trust a Pisces. Especially not if he's the manager. And the rest of the people are bullies. And like drama. So, we want love reading. Anything more specific, or am I flying blind here? Not that I mind. Okay, now we got something. King of Swords. Air sign or a brutal man. Maybe not brutal, but can kind of be sharp-tongued. Ugh. What is with all the Scorpios? Uh, so, does he have a temper? Ugh. Well, the star card came up, as did Ace of Coins. So, so he's the King of Swords. He's not even shown up as a Scorpio. I'm sure there's reasons why he's like that. Probably has some fire in his chart too. Although Scorpio stelliums can be pretty aggressive too. You're wishing for some stability with him. And anything's possible if, you've both done some work. It's not just you, not just him. So, 8 of Wands fell out. Let's see. That kind of... I think you're going to find out his intentions fairly quickly. Like, if he's thinking of you, you're going to find out real soon. 4 of Cups. Maybe something more platonic on his end. But, okay, so, for the sake of your child together, I think he's going to offer to be friends again. Not necessarily a romantic connection, getting back together in that sense, but resurrecting the relationship in a healthy way. I see. Maybe it's like a compromise for right now that he wants to reach out in friendship. And I would not try to push for anything romantic right away, especially during Venus retrograde. Just kind of like, if you want to build a relationship, you have to start with the friendship first. You do not want to jump right back into the other stuff. So, if it helps both of you to do it that way, then so be it. If not, if you just end up being friends, at least you're being civil to each other for the sake of your child. You got a 6 of Wands. Ruh-roh, I hear critters coming. Yeah, that's you will eventually, because it's success. You'll eventually get to that point, but Definitely don't push for it during Venus retrograde. Use the retrograde energy to help you clear out the old stuff from the relationship, talk things over, get down and dirty with what went wrong, see how you've both grown as people. Um, just kind of use that and try not to let any negativity resurface without addressing it in, you know, a calm and mature fashion. And I think that will lead to something eventually rekindling. Just don't rush it. And when he's ready, he'll let you know, because he's got that energy going on. So once he's ready to move it past friendship, he'll let you know. For now, just focus on building a healthy friendship. That's good. That's a good thing. As long as he's involved and y'all are not toxic with each other, it's all good. Because the important thing is having a stable foundation for that child. Because parents don't get along or act immature and like manipulate each other or the child, that's very, very bad for the kids. So you gotta make sure everything is balanced out with the intention of what's best for the child. You have to put you guys' feelings aside sometimes. And, if there's a dilemma, you'd be like, well, what's best for them? And not worry about you two. You gotta make the sacrifice. But sometimes you gotta do that, and then things will work out as long as you're doing things with the best intentions. It's when you're selfish and imbalanced that things don't work out. So I hope Venus retrograde treats y'all well. Oh my god, there's 10 people. How did that happen? That's crazy. Yeah, I hate it when people do that. Child is not a pawn, not a toy, not an accessory, not a pet. Although pets should be given just as much love and respect as human children. But you get my point. There should not be ownership. It should not be like, that's my kid or whatever. No, you can't play them against each other. You have to realize you created this life together, and that needs to be your focus. And if you're both on the same page as far as that goes, everything else will fall into place. So just focus on what is best for the child, and everything else will work out. I swear I am dropping everything tonight. What is up with that? I tend to drop things more when I'm already sore. I don't know. My hands aren't even hurting. She's like, hey, guess what? You gotta bend more. Huh, awesome. 11 people. Sweet. Who's next? Exactly. That child was created in love. Remember that. Okay? Don't let the child ever forget they were created in love. So who's next? Right now I'm burning a candle with a black candle with the intention of banishing, binding, and silencing or transmuting narcissists, manipulators, liars, toxic people, bullies, anyone who's negative. Use the black candle, some essential oils, some herbs, and you ever burn cayenne or pepper or even cinnamon sometimes? Make sure you're like upwind of the candle because it's burning my eyes a little bit and I didn't even use that much. Just a little tip. Doesn't even smell bad. It's a little bit strong. After I finish up these readings here, I'm going to do a new moon ritual with different candle. Hopefully that one burns out soon. But I will have to adjust those and prepare the herbs and oils for the candles for the new moon ritual pretty soon. Take a little break to relax and get my energy back up. But I will do a few more readings if you guys want. If anyone wants any more insight into whatever. Hi, sugar. Dude, we had like 11 people at one point. I know that's like nothing compared to the readers I watch. Amanda wants to know who the toxic person is. Okay. Toxic person for Amanda. That's a lot for me, you know? I've only done a handful of these, so that is a lot. So, toxic person for Amanda. Something to identify that person. Cool. Hermit. So, a recluse. Virgo. Um. If not Virgo, then And 9's come up again, so. Because Hermit's 9. Whoever this person is, they have a 9 in their birthday. So if they're a Virgo, they're like a September Virgo. Or I guess like the 19th, 29th. But there's a 9 somewhere. And I'm not talking about like 19 whatever. There's a 9. Let's see if I can get a gender on that, but. Okie dokie. Huh. 6 of coins, so definitely Earth Sun. But also some Libra placement. So close to Libra. Virgo and Libra are not next to each other. Selfish person, maybe? Virgo. Awesome. So yeah, that person. A narcissistic Virgo, go figure. No offense to the non-narcissistic Virgos. Huh. Also got 6 of coins with the scales, so like. Oh, the 9s. Huh. Interesting. Wow. 9 and 19. I don't know. Maybe they don't seem toxic, but they can still be holding her back in some way. Even if they have, like, the best intentions, they may not be giving her advice that's good for her. Okay. But yeah, maybe I saw something on one of my newsfeed about you can have a difficult but healthy relationship, and if you bring third parties into it, you can actually create toxicity within the relationship, even if the people that are interfering are not doing so with bad intentions. They may not understand the dynamic and may cause artificial issues within the relationship. So the person may not be toxic in and of themselves or to the person, but they may still be not beneficial to a situation or a relationship. It's all relative. I try not to give advice on situations that I don't have experience with, or I don't feel like I have enough information and I'm not getting any intuition on. I'm not going to just like throw out generic advice. Might joke around about stuff, but if people are genuinely looking for help and I don't feel like I'm qualified to offer it, I'm not going to. I'm not going to interfere if I don't feel the need to. Like that whole thing about keeping your relationship private, like not airing all your dirty laundry, especially, can actually keep a relationship stable. Like putting too much stuff out in the public about your relationship can actually cause more problems. Even if you're talking about like all the good stuff, you could be inviting jealous energy into it if you are not putting a protective bubble around things. You know, if you sit there and brag constantly, even if you're genuinely happy and doing that, there's going to be people sitting there who are jealous, sending negative energy just because, you know, some people are just that hateful. So it can invite problems where there were none. So maybe that's the situation. Maybe your sister is weighing in on something that she doesn't really understand, and she may not intend to cause any harm, but if she doesn't understand the situation, she might be interfering. Okay, so yeah, her sister. Okay, what I'm getting from this then, since her sister came up first, is somehow okay. So he's the Libra. Somehow her sister, even if she has good intentions and is not toxic in general, is somehow interfering in the relationship with the Libra. So I'm going to amend my advice saying if you want a relationship to work and you get too many people like sticking their finger in the mix, you need to cut them out, even if they're not toxic people. It needs the relationship itself needs to be its own entity. Block out everything else. Right. So I'm thinking the sister's given some bad advice, even if she doesn't intend to. She may not understand the Libra or the relationship dynamics and might be causing issues where there wouldn't normally be any. And doesn't mean she's toxic, it just means she needs to butt out of the situation. So when the Hermit card came up the first time, going within herself for the answers instead of going outside for advice from people who may or may not have good intentions. Regardless, they're not privy to the energy within the relationship, and they really should not be interfering. So rely on her own intuition for the advice on how to handle the relationship. I mean, her sister could be trying to get them back together. I don't know. I don't know the situation, but the sister needs to butt out of the situation. Regardless of what she's saying, she needs to remove herself from the equation. I mean, she may not be the primary problem, but she's contributing. I'm about to get dive bombed by moths. I don't know why they tend to land on me. I mean, I am by the light, but still. They jump on me instead of hitting the light. Like angry little winged things that want to beat me up but are too small to make any damage. There's two people here, Sugar. I don't know who else is here. Is it Queen or is it Allsun with his chocolate? Yeah, yeah. So whatever the sister's doing, she needs butt out. But, tell her to tell her that in a nice manner. Be like, look, I appreciate the advice, but stay out of it. Ugh. That's because she's not relying on her own advice. Yeah, if she's listening to the sister, she needs to just tell the sister to butt out. Exactly. Meditate on it. For Christ's sake, she's got the answers inside of her. I mean, I totally understand going outside of yourself to get things confirmed when you're not confident, especially if you've already had interference and you want someone that's neutral. But yeah, sister needs to butt out. Did I look so fashionable with my owl nightgown? I love it though. My friend Jenny gave it to me for my birthday / Christmas. More like Valentine's Day. I don't know. It's a bit late, but that's her style. She's always been late to everything Aquarius. But I love her to death. I wish I talked to her more. Yeah, jealous bystanders. I mean, I've been the jealous bystander when I was pretty bad myself, just because I had so many wounds, and I'd like to think that I've healed from that. You brag a lot. I mean, me too, but I've learned that sometimes it's better not to even say anything. Or if you do, just protect that energy. I think maybe you brag just to reassure yourself. A lot of people act like everything's so perfect and it's all for show, especially if it's social media. and then you find out the truth is like one or the other's cheating or both, or there's some other stuff going on, like they're just not happy, or they're being manipulated into saying that they're happy, like a certain person posted on their Facebook and never really talks about that person. It's kind of funny. That's the vibe I got, anyways. Oh, I was supposed to talk to you and Queen about that. Well, you already know, Sugar. But I was supposed to explain to Queen about that. Which I'm not going to do here. Because I have to be too specific. And I know I'm being watched. I mean, I'm used to it. It's kind of weird, though. Like, while he was eating dinner, I definitely felt a presence around here. But now, that presence is not obviously here. I don't know if it's not physically here, or just, I don't think it would be that well cloaked. Maybe just, like, here and then decided to come back later with New Moon Ritual? I don't know. I mean, there's someone watching. Her family didn't like him. Whew. Yeah, that can cause issues. And you know what? Like, it kind of reminds me, like, my first husband. His family and their friends spoke Italian. Someone's always watching. Hi, big brother. But, my first husband's family, they spoke Italian. They didn't realize I did too. And even understood some of the slang that they used in the dialect. And they would talk shit about me, like, while I was serving them espresso and pastries and shit, being the good little Italian housewife. Yeah, fairies are around me too. I got a chakra clearing where she said there's fairies around me, which, yeah. Although, maybe it's not moths, maybe it's fairies. Maybe that's why they're dive bombing me. I don't know. Aggressive fairies. Drag queens, what? But, yeah, I mean, my dad has been watching. Like, he's not sure why I do rituals yet. But, hey, if it works for you, cool, I'll support you, kind of a thing. I had a medium friend, talk to him and my grandmother. Like, she didn't say anything about that, but he's like, you still gotta put actions behind the intentions. Like, yeah, I know, but it gives me the focus and puts the energy out there to kind of, get it started. Okay, so yeah, for families like interfering. If it's my ancestors, they're harmless. If it's Big Brother, what the fuck are they gonna see? I mean, they're gonna find out what I'm doing anyways, eventually. They can't do shit. They can make it rain, but that candle still spurted and flared up and did all kinds of stuff before it went out, so nice try, guys, but didn't work. I have to figure out why it's not showing up on my playlist, though, because I can go from the link and watch it, but it's not showing up even, like, with the private link. So, I'm gonna talk to YouTube. I don't sage, it gives me a headache. I just kind of say, whatever. Plus, I can transmute negative energy, so even if they're throwing a bunch of shit at me, I'm just like, yep, got this. Poof, it's fine. So, it's probably why they don't mess with me more, because they know it's going to be pointless. They're just going to waste energy doing it. So, when I first started the skull ritual, I set that intention, so the entire time there would be no outside interference. So the interference that happened, I believe, were from his own alters, which you can't protect against because it's him. Complicates things, I guess, energetically. Um, Damn it. I'm so blind. But I'm waiting for critters to come eat the bread that I threw out and the peanuts, and I'm gonna see if the raccoons come. I'm gonna see if one of them will take a pizza crust from me. Because it came right up here, like, stuck his little head in between the porch and the wall. Came and called, like, come here, and just trotted right down and said hi. So, if it does it again, I'm gonna hold out pizza crust and see if it'll grab it. Should reach out with his little paw and be like, thank you. I love that they trust me so much. Like, obviously the mother is like, hey, look, she's been feeding me. I trust her. This is a good human. You can go and get food from her and she's not going to hurt you. And now they're like, oh, she's really cool. I'm going to stare at her. Oh, no. They're good. They're smart little things. She gonna move out the family's house. Okay, cool. Whatever she needs to do to, like, get them to stop interfering with her life. Probably need to take that advice myself, but waiting to see how that action will be facilitated. Either I need to win the lottery and get my own place, or become somebody's roommate that I already trust, or if things work out at the end of the month. Which it may not. I mean, I think even if we do meet up and stuff happens, it'll still be rough going for a long time. And it'll just be like, do we have the patience and the fortitude to deal with it? I mean, nothing is set in stone, like my dad said through the medium. It's not set in stone. But at least I know the intention is there. And it's not just empty words. There is good intentions behind it, and, you know, all we can do is try. If it doesn't work out, at least, you know, we can help each other. And that's how I'm going to be taking that. And not worrying about long-term shit, because, you know, attachment breeds suffering. Not to sound like Yoda. Yoda, Buddha, same thing, right? I think I'm done doing readings. I need to kind of fucking chill out and wait till that thing burns out and dress the candles. So, I need ideas for the new moon ritual intentions. I know what I'm putting on for my personal things, but I might light a couple different photos. Like, since it has a top and a bottom, I'll probably do one in the bottom, one in the top. Same general purpose, but personal, not so personal. That will actually burn longer, the white ones. So, they'll probably have to be snuffed out. And burned again tomorrow night. Since I'm only working 2 to 10, come home, you know, relax a little bit and then do it. Okie dokie. Well, we have to frame it in, you know, bringing something in, so confidence. Confidence and strength. I think that will work for more than one. Yeah, confidence and strength. Yep, it's getting about that time because I'm starting to feel energy creeping in. I wish I could swap the camera mid live stream, but I can't. So I'd have to hold it in front of me and like turn my back to the energy, so just to see. Well, I could just spin the camera around. Whatever. But yeah, the watching energy is definitely back. More than one. Definitely more than one. One's calming, the other one's anxious. So. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of the times my visitors are just the critters. But I can tell how much energy I'm throwing out and what I'm attracting by how many of them show up. Like, I've had 2 cats, 2 skunks, 1 or 2 possums, 3 raccoons, combination of all of those showing up. I think there's 4 different skunks though. And I've seen 4 of them in one night. I've seen 3 or 4 at one time. Not all together, but in one night. Like one would leave and then another one would come. They all have different like stripes. There's one with a lot of white on his tail. There's one that only has a white tail tip. And like 2 of them have a skunk shaped white part of the tail, or not the tail, on the side is stripe. It kind of looks like a little drawing of a skunk, outline of a skunk. So, and then there's like 2 other ones. But they all have different stripe markings. It's kind of weird. I didn't know that they would have that. I thought they all kind of looked the same, you know? I guess it makes sense. But at first I only thought there were 2, and then I'm like, wait a second, that's not the same ones that I've seen. One is super fat. I thought she was pregnant, but maybe just fat. Who knows? I mean, if it's an off-season pregnancy, she's going to be so screwed. We'll see. If I see baby skunks, then we'll know the answer, huh? But it's kind of weird that there would be an obese wild animal unless someone else is feeding her or she's pigging out in the neighborhood. But you'd think all of them would be pigging out. But she flops down and just eats. She stuffs her face. She kind of reminds me of like a lazy cat that just like grabs the food bowl and lays down and eats his dinner. I never thought skunks would be so chill, but you know, even when I talk to them, they're just kind of like, "Oh, hi." They might waddle off. The only time I've seen them get a little aggressive is when there was a possum, and they didn't even spray. They just kind of jumped at the possum. The possum's like, "What?" They ran away from the raccoon, like the one juvenile, I want to say, raccoon, probably closer to a year old than the other ones. He saw the skunk in the trees and he ran after him, but he wasn't being aggressive. I think he was just trying to make a friend. Like, hey, look, another critter. I'm gonna go say hi. I don't know. I didn't hear any noises. Like, eh. I'm hoping somebody shows up of the critter realm here. Because I threw out a bunch of peanuts and bread. And I got a pizza crust from a raccoon. Whichever one decides to come up. But, you know, it's cool they trust me. They know they can count on me to share my abundance. some of these old people would have fucking cow if they knew. But who cares? Ain't heard nothing. Although some people have complained about the peanut shells. It's like, get over it. Y'all are spraying nasty chemicals on the lawn, and you're worried about peanut shells. I'm gonna put away my cards. I think I should probably, well, I'll have to take in the herbs. Get something to prop that up with. Because I don't know if I want to hold it the whole night. That gets tedious. So I gotta work tomorrow. Don't want my hands sore from just holding stuff. Maybe you should start looking for jobs where you want to be. Hi, Mariana. Oh, geez, look at all these people pouring in. Hey, Sugar, what time is it? Because I don't want to switch my phone just yet. It's not a recording. It's real. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Holy crap. I gotta start the other candles at 11. So I hope the black one burns out by then. I only have 2 spots to burn things. I suppose I could start one. Let that one burn out slowly. I just don't want the energies to cross. Even though some situations it might be related. I got chocolate on mine a couple times. Like once I fell asleep eating Dove chocolate, so it got everywhere. And I was gonna wash the sheets, and it's on the other side of the bed. So it doesn't really matter. I'm not laying in it. I was like, I don't know what I was doing, but ended up with chocolate everywhere. And then the other morning I was eating one of those donuts and it had chocolate icing, and for some reason it's like all melting. It's like liquefied, so when you tilt the donut it just drips. I'm just like, what? Chocolate on the sheets. Oh, too bad Alson isn't here. Yes, I've done that. I've literally pulled stuff out of the wash and had to throw it right back in. I mean, I had a couple loads anyways to do, so it wasn't a big deal. It was just like, really? I just wore this, like, not even a couple hours. And I really should have pulled my sheets. I just didn't feel like it. I guess I have time for one more reading. But as soon as I'm done with that, I gotta, like, stop this stream, go prepare the candles for the new moon ritual, and then I'll get back on. You know, I'll finish up what I'm doing with them and kind of chat a little bit before I light them. Yes, you can. I got time. I can do it. Narcissists are great at delusion. Like, it's almost to the point where if I see other negative cards and the magician show up, I'll be like, hey, there's a narcissist involved. Like, I keep thinking that anytime I see a bunch of negative cards and that. Because they're really good illusionists. I mean, sometimes people are like, yeah, the magician can be someone who's manipulative. Really? No. I mean, magic is manipulation, but the intention matters, you know? Narcissists only care about themselves. Yep. Why are you like this? Because I can. Yeah, but you know, in each situation, it could be the family is the problem, or it could be the person's the problem. You never know. So, all right, Marianne. Light does repel some. I mean, vampires get a bad rap, but look at me. We could be healers too, but you know, magical community likes to act like vampires are all negative, but the definition of vampire that they have, yes, it's a negative entity or a negative person that pulls positive energy from you. However, I know a lot of actual spiritual vampires like myself that are wonderful people. Hell of a lot more humanitarian than a lot of so-called Christians. I know there's a huge lag. When I do the ritual, I'm gonna get my other phone and try to follow along. Like, I don't know if the lag is because of the Wi-Fi or um, interference or both. Like, the Wi-Fi sucks here, but I should probably get one of those boosters. But something tells me it probably wouldn't work that well anyways. It'd be a waste of money. Because it's really just in one area, so it'd probably still be the same. Probably be able to get Wi-Fi in the cemetery and then still not on the porch. So I'd have to go across the street and start doing stuff. Just because. Mariana, what's your question, hon? I think you're from TL's group, right? Ah, yay, business question. It depends on what your focus is and your situation. Anything can stress you out. So, let's just throw stuff on the ground. Oh! Okay, so you got a lot of issues in your business, and you're feeling a little overwhelmed by them all. Um, yeah, well, I'm gonna be ending the video soon after I finish her reading, so it won't matter. Hopefully the lag will catch up for the next one. If not, hey, I'll have the other one. So, issues with the business. You gotta concentrate on one problem at a time. Like, the biggest problem or the one that's affecting the most things, or that you can handle first, that might help other things resolve. Prioritize your problems. Judgment. There's gonna be, I keep, like, getting the sense of justice with judgment. Judgment is gonna be, I'm actually getting more of a sense of, like, justice, legal, that kind of judgment, as well as use your own judgment to see what, is going on. So maybe there's something that has some sort of legal issues. Yes, judgment. Maybe you're just the only one lagging, sugar, which would mean interference, so that would make sense. Yeah, if there's any sort of legal issues, if you got any legal issues, I would take care of those first. And then, like, whatever's really, really urgent and major, try to take care of those. Okay. Then, yeah, it's just use your own judgment to see what should be going first. Queen of Wands, so need to be aggressive in addressing your problems. Maybe not aggressive, but assertive. If you've been sitting back and just, like, overwhelmed by however many you're having, it's time to just, pick something and take some action. Because the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get. Procrastination isn't always a good thing. I mean, there's a time for the hermit, and there's a time to, get shit done. Too many. Yeah. Stop procrastinating. You're just making it harder on yourself. And apparently I'm just, like, dropping all the damn cards. Okay, yeah, that's definitely, you got a lot of issues going on. Oh, I dropped like half the deck. Okay, maybe not half, but quite a few cards. Not even gonna try putting all those on the table here. But yeah, I'm definitely getting the energy of you're overwhelmed. But it's gonna get worse if you keep procrastinating. Sugar, I said look where you want to be to get a job. And some places will pay relocation fees. And if not, you can always try to borrow money. And then that you can take off your taxes. If you had to relocate for a job, that can be deducted from the taxes. Business loan. Never hurts to try. You can ask. Even if you get turned down, at least you tried. Or a family can, like, let you use a credit card to get a car and get out there. Yeah, but business loans are actually easier to get, I think, in some cases. Oh, it looks like a Narcissus candle's almost burned out. Good timing. So by the time I dress the other ones, it'll be ready to go. You never know until you try, sugar. So, sometimes the path clears up whenever you go for what you're meant to? You might be hitting obstacles because you're not going towards your intended path. Like, I was not down in Greenville. I was not going towards my intended path. Yeah, I know. I know that feeling. But as soon as I came up here, it was no problem getting a job. Like Spirit Halloween, yeah, that was temporary. And then I got where I am now. I thought your family lived out there. Sure, Crystal, I can do one real quick. But you will be the last one for tonight. Because I gotta do my new moon ritual. You're welcome, hun. What's your question? Yeah, Sugar, you're the only one lagging. I don't know, maybe restart your phone. Oh. Huh. Well, how about I let the cards decide? I mean, they may do whatever. We'll see what they say. Whatever comes up. Whatever they feel you need to focus on, I guess. Sugar. Restart your phone or restart your Wi-Fi. And throw up like a shield of protection around it, because I think you're being interfered with. Everybody else seems to be catching up with the chat seems to be not lagging as much with them. Okay. Page of Cups. This would be more towards the emotional side of things, so not sure which it pertains to just yet. But younger energy, so younger water sign, perhaps? Woo. Okay. Also, King of Cups, 10 of Wands. Oh, we're not going to take both of those because I don't know which one was meant to come out. They were stuck together. King of Cups and the 10 of Wands together. Younger and older water sign, maybe. And you seem to be carrying other people's burdens. Or the older water sign is carrying the burdens for the younger one. We got Judgment and Page of Coins. So, tonight the Judgment card seems to be more of a using your own sense of judgment, what you feel is right for stability. So, what you need to do is focus on what's going to make you stable. Because you're handling too much all at once. And that's not healthy. You gotta, like, stabilize your own emotions and not take on everybody else's. And, getting 3 of Cups, too. So, you need to, like, be lighthearted, spend time with friends. So I wouldn't really worry about anything romantic. I'm not sensing anything romance-wise, but you need to, like, have fun with your friends and drop the burdens that are not yours to carry. Also getting Ace of Swords, so now that could be, we could be heading into other territory here. Either a truth or some sort of attraction. Among, well, maybe someone related to the friends. Ooh, lots of swords. Ooh, my. 4 swords and Page of Swords. a lot of like heady energy. Like if you learn to reduce your burdens, things will not be so tense anymore. It seems like you like to rush into situations that you don't need to really worry about. If it doesn't directly involve you or affect you, stay out of it unless you're asked by someone, and then kind of like give your advice and then walk out, you know? Maybe you do need to go north. Sugar. Six of Wands. Six of Wands. Yep. If you want to get into romantic relationship, you need to worry about stabilizing your emotions first of all, and not taking on everybody's burdens. You want a partner, not a project. Okay, so if you have a tendency to go after people who need a lot of help, healing, stress you out a lot, that's because you're not stable yourself. You need to stabilize your emotions, and if you run across someone who needs help, okay, help them, give them advice, whatever, but let them make the changes they need to for their own life, and don't see them as like partner prospect unless they're actively trying to improve their life and change themselves, because you can't force anyone to change, and you don't want a project. Yeah, so focus on yourself, sweetie, especially during Venus retrograde. You're welcome, hun. Sugar, have you done a relocation chart? You can do that on that astro.com and see how your chart would change. Like you use your use your birth data, but then like different location. Or no, wait, you're progressed with a different location, I think. I don't know, that's a complicated way of doing it. And then you can see what you'd be meant to do in that location. What would be the ideal, I mean, most of the time it doesn't change that significantly for, location and everything. But the difference of a couple hours plus the fact that it's like progressed changes, your career focus and some other things. So I would go with that. Oh, I got an idea, Sugar. I know what the problem could be. You know how you can fast forward through the video? Sometimes, like, if I go back and forth and I have YouTube Red or whatever it's called now, hit the fast forward button and it'll catch the video up with the chat. Didn't I say I was done like 3 readings ago? Yeah, Red Moon. I'll do one more real quick. Just one more quick question, and then I gotta end this video and do my new moon ritual. The narcissist candle's still burning, so we're good. I love how it's like been 3 people and 3 likes for a while now. Like up and down, but keeps going back to 3 and 3. So we got 33 tonight. Angel number 33. I'm waiting to keep seeing the 555. The 444 and the 555. Although I did get 44 and 55 today. On a $3 card that I won $3 on. So won my money back. And that's pretty much it. I think it just served as a message. Because of all the duplicate numbers. Like 22, 33, 55, 44. Not 11 though. Which is weird. Oh, I think it was number 22. I don't know. But anyways, Red Moon, what is your question? I mean, I technically have till like 11:11, I think. Virgo. Maybe you're thinking of an ex since it's retrograde. Hopefully not, unless they're actually good for you. Just been seeing a lot of people dealing with ex stuff. Clearing out old karma, closing cycles that were unresolved. But let's see what Red Moon has for love. Ooh, the Emperor. An Aries, maybe? And the Sun. So, maybe a fire sign. Maybe Aries. Maybe, possibly Leo, or since we're in Libra, I'm not getting Libra. Definitely some fire energy, though. So is there a fire sign or someone that seems kind of very strong and fiery in your life that you know, even as just a friend or an acquaintance? Is the Capricorn like a business owner or a manager? I am seeing King of Cups, so either Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or just someone who is emotionally mature and in control of their emotions and who knows how to express their emotions in a mature manner. But yeah, I can see the Emperor being a Capricorn too. Especially if they're business owner. running their own thing, or like a really high up manager, like CEO or something. Chariot. So, there'll be some forward movement from someone. But also, there's you trying to choose between two of them. You want to go forward with one of them. It is possible they both are interested, but they would take you two separate directions in your life. So, you gotta see, well, which one would take me the direction I already want to go myself, and which one's gonna lead me down a different route. I mean, you'll eventually still be on your path anyways, you just take a longer way. Detours and stuff. Not that detours are bad, you still learn and grow and experience lots of things that way, but it can be more obstacles. World card. On that is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, but unless that's one of the other signs, it's Saturn. And Saturn is Capricorn. So maybe it's telling you consider the Capricorn, even though if they're taking a step back, that's not necessarily disinterest. If they're trying to become stable and grow something and better themselves, then you want to go with someone that's focused on becoming a better person, not just whoever's ready to jump into a relationship, because you never know if they're actually ready or not. And I'm sure the Capricorn is in control of his emotions. Yeah, Capricorns aren't not nice. I mean, I'm a Capricorn sun and Mars. It takes a lot to piss me off. Like, it's usually work-related stuff. And usually, like, lazy or willfully stupid people that are making me work harder when I don't want to. I don't mind working hard if it's necessary. Not always two different things, sugar. Sometimes it's the same. Page of coins. So, you will get an offer that is for stability. It may not seem as flowery and romantic, but the one who can offer you stability is going to be healthier in the long run. And, love isn't about the initial attraction, the lust, the infatuation, and all that. If you want a long-term relationship, it has to be built on a stable foundation, including friendship and emotional, financial stability. Like, it's not that you can't find love with someone who isn't financially stable, but the thing is, they have to be working towards bettering themselves. So if you've got someone that's super passionate, it's great, but passion does not pay the bills, and there's positive, negative parts of passion too. You may see the negative part eventually. So you need someone who's actually stable. I would definitely go with a Capricorn, and it has nothing to do with the bias towards Capricorns. I would say if you're interested, just, show some interest in their business or their job. Get them talking about that, and you'll see the passionate side come out and get to know them as a person. If they see that you're interested in what is important to them, they'll start to open up. And that concludes our readings for tonight. Younger doesn't always mean immature. Chronological age has very little to do with maturity. Life experience and certain placements will make a person more mature than someone older than them. Um, Someone can be an old soul and young in their body. It's you can't judge by chronological age. You got to go with who makes you feel stable. Um, because that's real love. Infatuation and lust is exciting and all that, but it doesn't have the staying power. And unless you're in the casual hookups and whatever, not judging, if that's what you want, then go for that. But I'm assuming you want something stable. You are very welcome. Hi, Farrah. I just closed it out because I am about to um, go dress some candles for a new moon ritual. I'll be back Wednesday doing live readings. Same channel. Not sure what time. I hope to see you back. Like, subscribe and hit the notification button. That way you know when I'm on. It's my next day off because I'm working tomorrow. But we got some new moon rituals to do tonight, and I'm going to close this out. Get that stuff ready, and I'll be back doing that live. And it's pretty casual. I just light a candle, set the intention, and then let the energy take care of everything. So, yeah, if you want a reading, come back Wednesday, or you can contact me privately. I'm on Facebook, Eliza Brian Tropez. That's Brian with a Y. But, yeah, I'll be back Wednesday with the live readings. And tonight I'm doing the new moon ritual, so in a few minutes I'll be back doing that. And Sugar, you better be there. Okay, that's it for right now. I'll be back in a few.